Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. And as you can see, Albert is not here this week. So I'm joined by some of my fellow Top 10 Countdown co-hosts. I got Carrie Cagle-Hassler with me.
Woo-hoo!
And Cliff Fowler as well with me.
That's right. Thank you.
And thanks for joining me today, guys.
But wait a minute. There goes Jesus.
Oh my God, it does look like Jesus.
I know, didn't it? Sorry.
Whoa.
That's just a joke. I'm just saying.
It's kind of like when you holler, squirrel.
Yeah.
I mean,
it wasn't the full.
It's a shame the camera didn't pick up on that. That was crazy.
Kind of freaky. Almost at the right time, though, if you think about it.
Where are we? What are we doing here?
I don't know. That is hilarious.
Maybe the rapture's already happened and we're there. We didn't know it.
I don't think it looks like that.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I'm not going to be here.
I don't want to be
I
here.
don't think he's a hippie, but that dude was a hippie.
You don't know.
Sure.
You really don't know.
So
That dude was totally a hippie, man. Totally.
Which one of us is Albert?
I know.
Which is Albert?
We don't know.
We should do parts of Albert.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I'd hate to hear Cliffology.
Yeah,
that's scary.
That's not going to
That would be more.
That's really scary.
You don't want to really go there.
But you better come up with some jokes, because Papa
I do
does
have some
jokes.
jokes.
No,
Oh, does he
does
jokes? I got the really goofy jokes.
That's fine.
Okay, is this kind of that kind of show?
I said you can be stupid as you want to be.
All right,
G-rated show.
I'll give you my first joke, the TP joke.
Okay.
Okay.
And that is retarded, folks.
This is a really bad joke, but since we got to borrow up some time here,
Yeah, go for
we'll
it.
start it off with a TP joke. Okay, there's
Turning
these.
the TV off right now.
Yeah.
It's delayed.
Probably
Flip it off.
You know, a lot of people out there haven't seen me, Carrie.
Oh,
After this one, they'll be turning it off on the next break.
Face with that
The
guy.
next,
That's right.
the next joke,
Yeah.
they'll be going to the bathroom.
Mute
Yeah,
that.
this is the clip from the Top 10 Countdown,
yeah.
folks.
This
It all
is,
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, this will clear up all the
Lord.
stuff you've been hearing about me that's wrong. Okay.
So he says.
Okay, so there's
he
these
says.
two Indians that are always competing with each other, and they got really mad one morning, and one starts building a teepee, and the other one comes out and goes, "That's not a teepee, that's a wigwam." And the other one goes, "That's not a wigwam, it's a teepee, you idiot." And they keep going back and forth, and pretty soon they got the whole town mad at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over to a TP.
Yeah, all the Indians are coming around, and so they go and get this chief and say, "You got to come and stop these two idiots." You know,
They're sensitive people.
Yeah. Okay, you clicking me off yet? Okay. See, on the radio show, I always get neutered.
Yeah, I'd have done muted him by
I want
now.
to protest, but
Yeah.
okay. But since I got live audience, okay. So the Indians are just bickering back and forth. Everybody's, saying, "Come on, chief, you got to come out there and figure it out." So the chief goes and he listens. He says, "I told him it was a wigwam, and he said it was a teepee. He's stupid." And the other one says, "No, you're stupid." And so the chief says, "Okay, shut up." He goes, "Here's the
He
problem."
said, "I know you are. What am I?"
Yeah. He says, "Shut up." He goes, "Y'all do this stuff all the time." He goes, "I'm gonna settle this for you." He goes, "The problem for both of y'all are you just too tense."
Oh my God, that's the corniest joke I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
But it was kind of good.
Okay, see, and it's cute, it's clean, and you can
It's
use
clean.
it again.
And everybody just left.
Yeah. Too tense? That's pretty good.
I thought it'd be even worse than that,
Yeah.
Carrie.
Flip the
Okay.
channel.
Get it?
I thought it would be worse than
Albert will
that.
be back soon.
I know. But
Just
see, just like when you're
This is
preaching the
great.
gospel, there's one person out there that's going to use this joke somewhere.
No, there's
So-
not.
I don't know anybody.
That's what my mama
that
told
would-
me when I was little.
Do yourself a favor
That's
and
because she
never-
loved
When
you.
I was special.
Yeah. That's when
So, what's up, Billy?
I ain't going to comment on
Where do you
that.
go from there?
I don't know how you top that.
I don't know. It's hot in here.
You're
It
making us,
isn't.
Yeah.
You're making us never be invited back.
Can you open the door over here?
Sure.
I'm going over here and open the door.
Turn that AC on, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Now,
So, what's going
My
on?
fan club's out here.
Carrie,
Yeah.
he's a little bit delusional, folks.
Yes, yeah.
You know, there's imaginary people out there called
There's-
his fan club.
Toby Keefe told me not
You
to
know
just
what?
ignore the sound.
We said this on the Top 10 Countdown, and we'll say it today on the Albert and Billy Show. Want to remember Dorothy Brock. Speaking
Yeah,
of fan
sweet
club,
lady.
I always said she would be the president of my fan club. She loved me. She called all the time on the Top 10 Countdown,
And you know,
didn't
she
she?
9 out of 10 times she get the question right.
Yes.
She knew everything about music.
She knew the
she was a
trivia.
country fan, so
Yeah.
anything she did,
I know.
we had throw at her, she would answer the question.
She would.
Which
and
is the
she
one
was
she
she
answered?
was so funny.
Shania Pardon.
Yeah. What was it? Dolly Twain? said Dolly
Yeah, that was
Twain.
funny.
Hey, you gotta give it. to
She's
her.
hilarious.
sweet lady.
And,
But she's in a much better place now.
She is. She was
Having a
suffering.
whole lot more fun.
She was suffering.
Yeah.
She listened to WUAT every single day, all the time. So, just want to pay tribute to Miss Dorothy Brock. Keep
good
her
woman.
family and friends in your prayers.
Absolutely.
All right.
And Carrie, you've got a show tomorrow,
What?
but we will say this also: her shows are what, once a month,
Usually
twice a
around
month.
the first and third Friday nights of the month. Usually,
Okay,
that's
okay.
usually when it is. Sometimes it changes depending on what's going on. But
Well, that's true.
yeah, we've been having a good time. We
Yeah,
like
tell
to play
us a little bit about
well,
that.
coming off the road, then just having somewhere to play and to be right here
Yeah.
at home with home folks.
That's true.
And such a great place, and it's small enough to where you kind of feel like you're in your living room.
It's nice and cozy, folks.
Cozy.
It is.
And that's what we wanted, just everybody to come and have a good time, be
Yeah.
relaxed, and we do a little blues, little bluegrass.
Yeah. Even though
Totally
Zach
different.
doesn't like it.
Yeah, Zach doesn't like it.
Yeah,
But-
Zach complains about that a lot.
But we do it anyways. And we do blues, the blues, bluegrass, country, old country, do country.
Yeah,
Do some pop
yes.
songs. So we just like to mix it up so nobody knows really what they're
And
doing.
sometimes I come up with songs and I request them.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. No,
like I
And
say,
she's done a
folks,
few of them too.
Yeah, here's the thing.
she's
Like
done
I
a
say,
few.
we'll do any song at any show if you write the name of it on a $100 bill.
yeah, pass it up.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And we will make it a 10.
The other thing for the people that are in the area visiting or something, you see this broadcast. The important thing is this is not like I and Billy got a band together last week. This is world class entertainment. This is not.
We've been doing this for
Well-
years.
This is
yeah.
no. My wife and I have traveled a lot. This is exceptional entertainment.
Well, thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
push you out the door now.
Yeah.
But on
I could stay 2 more minutes, Billy.
on a real note here, though, folks. I mean, and the people watching know these are home folks. They are familiar with this area.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
but I have to say, I've traveled the world
Mm-hmm.
and been very, very blessed to do that. But there are no finer musicians in the world than what live right here in this valley. So
Yes, some
Oh,
great
that's
talent
great.
right
take
here.
advantage. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, take advantage and come to the hall and
listen to
use
these
it.
guys play.
That's a good
It's
point.
an honor for me to stand on stage with them. I don't care if there's 5 people or 5 million.
Right.
It's an honor every single time to get up there and hear these guys do what they do. So
Yeah.
hands
Tell them
down
the
best.
website there.
We take it for granted.
We do.
We do take everything
We're used
for
to
granted,
it,
yes.
but enjoy having
Yeah.
this entertainment right at your disposal.
That's
So,
exactly right.
absolutely.
And they're, which website are you talking about, Cliff?
Facebook.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Nickel Row Music Hall.
If you go in there, you can always find out what's going up
And
at the show.
Let me clarify something in case those of you at home go and you decide to Google Nickel Row Music Hall, Pikeville,
This
Tennessee.
is funny.
Okay, this is completely terrible. It pulls up that it's a nightclub. It is not a nightclub, folks.
That's not a bad idea. But
I'm
it's not a
Yes,
nightclub.
it's a terrible idea.
And Billy's the bartender.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
bartender.
This is
Yeah.
not a nightclub.
It is not a nightclub.
It
It
is
really does
a
go
lot of
to that,
events.
doesn't it?
A lot of events do happen at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it a nightclub.
Yeah, it's not a
So
nightclub.
Google.
That
There's
is
no
hilarious.
drinking
So what
and
is the
stuff
deal
like
with
that.
Google? We're all going to write complaint letters and try to get this
Yeah,
fixed.
they got to
Yeah.
It's
get
not
that
a
right.
nightclub. It is a family
Right.
venue. So
Yeah, and it's a great. The
It
entertainment
is.
we have in there, but of course, Carrie,
It's
is
like a nice,
phenomenal
cozy
entertainment.
environment.
It is, but
There
it's
is-
not a nightclub.
it is the if you got somebody coming into town that's visiting and they've been anywhere and they see Carrie perform, they will go like, "That's the greatest show
Oh,
I've
well,
seen."
thank you so much. Boy, you're
Yeah.
really
Boy,
I'm just
Yeah,
saying it's
yeah,
good.
he
It's good.
is.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Okay.
And then we
take him out to eat.
yeah.
Take it out the Starlight.
Donations.
Exactly.
Donations are available. Okay, now we do have a
That's a
rook
good
tournament
one,
once a month
Carrie.
too. Tell them
Yeah.
about the rook tournament, Billy.
Yeah,
Once a month.
Yeah, once a month. I think it should be twice a month, to be honest with you, because
you like
more.
to play.
I like it.
And you're good at it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And more people are playing.
Yeah.
This last one we had a record, 13 teams. Wasn't
Yeah.
that a
Wow,
record?
13?
Yeah.
13 teams.
That's a lot.
And
That's
me
a lot of
me and
people.
Casey May got 4th place, but
Yeah.
it's
Hey.
good to get 4th out of that many
good.
people.
Yes, it was.
And we beat Vince and
Yeah.
Nolan.
Yeah.
So that's a big win, and we
guys
ended up
got
winning
it.
3
You
or
should
4.
just have a trophy that says you beat Vincent Nolan.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You know,
That'd be
Vincent
worth-
Nolan.
we can
anytime
maybe get
you
a
beat
Vincent
them, you
Nolan
gotta
bumper
brag about
sticker.
it.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I
Y'all
beat
should
Vincent
get-
Nolan
y'all
at
should
that.
and another really good team lost.
John and Tim.
early in this one too.
You guys should get Vince's picture and put it on the trophy with the big X, like with the big line through it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, they're really good.
Maybe he'll see this.
Well, Vince and Nolan, the thing they do really, really well is they count cards.
Yeah.
If you come and you don't have your game,
a lot of people do that.
But they know what's in the hands.
Counting cards to me is like those of you who cross stitch.
Okay.
If you have to do that, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't want to count cards.
I have the same issue with these new tech phones. See that right there?
Oh
yeah, that's some new
When
technology
Star Trek
there,
came out,
bud.
I got this, and I still got it. I'm still waiting for Scotty to beam me up.
That's like an antique car. That needs an antique bag.
That is
antique car for an antique person. It is. You know what?
Terrible.
No texting on that. My fat fingers can't hit them.
Everybody go eat at
surprise
Starlink.
Yeah, come down there.
Yeah.
Donations are.
We need to give him some
accepted.
donations to get a new cell phone.
But
The one that my 4-year-old plays with that's like,
that you left
at
in
the bottom
a-
of a toy box
yeah,
from like 20 years ago.
and it wasn't even good enough to send in for a free rebate or anything.
No.
They're like, you keep it. We'll pay you $100.
Yeah. Well, here, matter of fact, we'll send you a couple dozen boxes over of them. You know. Well, anyway,
the
but the
tournaments are really fun.
very social. It's a lot of
Geraldine
fun.
Humble's another real good player that plays, and she counts some
She's won the
cards.
beat too, right?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
she's-
Willie Nipper and Ruby won this time.
We want to, they're the champions
They're the
this
champions.
time.
They used
So
to play with their-
congratulations, ladies.
Yeah, they used to play with their husbands for about 20 years, they told me.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
And I'm like-
amazing.
So I said, well, y'all that good. Y'all should give me like 180 points.
I know it. And when they won, they were so happy.
Oh,
right?
they-
You were
yes.
telling me that.
Yeah, they were
teared up.
They were almost
Aw.
teared up crying and said, "You're
Yeah.
such a good host." And I said, "Yeah, I don't want to be a host. I want to win." You know?
About her blood.
Yeah. But now Willie had a great time because she beat her daughter Cindy.
Yeah,
One of
she
their
beat
hands
her
in it.
daughter.
And
That's
she was.
right.
I said, "So you happy you beat
Sweet
Cindy?" She's like,
revenge.
"Oh yeah, I come here to win. I beat her." I said, "Oh, that's good. That was really fun."
Terrible.
Yeah, she was very excited.
That's hilarious.
It's a lot of fun, and there's like I do little concession things that are all like $1. It's real cheap, so you can save. You can bring something in from McDonald's. We don't care, but it's good to support what we're doing, and that's what everybody's doing. And it's a great night because it was raining and it was crappy weather. It was so much fun.
Oh yeah, it gives you something to do.
Yeah.
You need to consider going back to 2 a month, though. Just my opinion.
Okay, well,
We want to tell people. This is some stories from the Bledsonian. We're excited about the farmers market opening.
Oh, Saturday.
They're going to be open
Saturday.
up this Saturday, but it'll be every Saturday, folks. They started this last year. It was a huge success, and we're hoping, for even more success this year. They have over 40 vendors that are going to be setting up. That's big.
That's a lot
That's
of
big.
vendors.
That really is.
And it's everything. It's not just, you got your baked goods and just,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff. And I
Yeah.
saw the list, and it is unreal what you're going to find. So,
I bet.
yeah.
They give,
They're
I
doing
think, a
music
few of
and
them.
face painting for kids
Yes.
and balloons.
That's
And then,
pretty
of course,
cool.
so there's a lot going on.
It says, and this is just a few of the stuff that they'll have: fresh fruits, vegetables, baked goods, handmade crafts, and more will await shoppers at the farmers market. And several new vendors are going to be setting up this year. 15, as a matter of fact, 15 brand new vendors will be setting up, and it's going to be 41 total vendors this year. That's amazing.
and growing.
And growing.
I tried to get my face painted last year, but there were so many kids in line.
They didn't
Oh
have
yeah,
enough
I'm sure
for his
that's what it
face.
was. And I like that
I'm like,
idea
what are
for
these kids
live
doing here? Ain't They
music.
got a job. Think they go to work somewhere? Three's early enough to go to
And
work.
this affects you, Cliff.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah.
The fire department. This is the big front page story on the Bledsonian.
Yeah.
The fire department has officially moved in to their brand new facility, which is, of course, right beside the brand new city hall that we have in South Pikeville, down there where Papa lives.
Yes.
Right
literally.
in his door.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if people hadn't been down there, it is amazing. Of course,
Yeah,
we
tell
went
us
to
about it.
We went to elementary school in that building.
We did.
I mean, come
we
on.
did.
Actually, my dad's office is where me and my sister and himself went to kindergarten.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
So y'all got
the
to go to
same
school.
room.
I
You're
get it.
kidding.
No. And so, but it's just amazing how
Miss Ann or Miss Treva?
Miss Treva.
That's it, yeah.
Miss Treva. Now,
Miss
Candy
Treva.
had, I don't know, she may have had Nancy Seaver for kindergarten in there, and Dad.
Nancy
told me
for
who he had.
kindergarten?
I think so. Now I had her for fourth, but anyways.
Yeah, I had
but
Miss
That
Beth.
being said, that building
I had
was
Miss
so
Treva.
nice.
Well, since you're on TV, was Nancy nice?
Yes. I had an excellent teacher.
It sounded like you rehearsed.
Well, I
pretty
know
well.
Nancy
That's good.
well,
All right,
but my
Nancy,
teacher was,
There's a shout out for you.
Yeah.
When I was in 4th grade, I didn't get Nancy.
Now-
I got Miss
Y'all made it
Beth
to 4th
Anthony.
grade?
Okay, well,
Wow,
like
no
third-
wonder y'all
Oh,
so smart.
listen at you.
My third
Yeah.
grade was Kathy Brett.
Yep,
And
I
you know
had
what was
Kathy
funny?
Brett, of
I bet
course.
you did too. I had her for Sunday school also. So I had
Oh,
her
you did?
6 days a week.
Oh,
I had
wow.
her.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I might as well have moved in with her.
You know, I
Yeah.
told her, I saw her one day and I told her that I appreciated her being strict. She was very strict.
But I learned.
But I learned a lot. I was one of those students that needed that. And I actually
I
really
can't believe
enjoyed
that,
her
Billy.
class.
That don't sound like
And you
you.
know
Not
what's even
at
more
all.
fun? Okay, and did we were in Sunday school with me.
Yeah,
She made us
yeah.
learn our books of the Bible,
Yeah.
old and new, and I thought
Yeah.
that is the most terrible punishment in the whole wide world. Is Sunday school to make these kids do- But you know, I can tell them to you right. I mean, I can tell them like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
So when you get to heaven, you can explain
That's
that.
right.
Yes.
But
You'll be
that-
ready.
But that building is amazing, and it's got
Yeah.
so many memories. And you know, to think
It
it
does.
would just sat there for so long, like it
Way
sat
too
there
long.
forever.
Well,
And now it's this beautiful.
I know.
And the doors are the original. They redid those.
yeah, they saved a
Everything
lot
is
of money
just
salvaging that.
absolutely, and it's beautiful.
And
it's a
our
beautiful building.
current mayor,
I miss the gym
His-
too, don't
Yeah.
you?
Oh yeah.
the
they're
current
gonna do
mayor
that too next.
is
Good, good.
current mayor is in the 1st grade class. His office is in his 1st
Yeah,
grade
that's
class.
what it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
grade.
first
Not
grade
kindergarten.
class.
Yeah.
It was me and
Okay.
Candy's
That's
kindergarten.
what
Dad's
back in the
first grade.
20s.
Yeah,
Like in
we
the-
were when we were in 1st grade. The 1st grade was in the
The
unit.
unit.
They call it the unit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was there too.
And I had Miss Kathy Smith.
Right, but
Yeah.
now you go to the end of town, and there that building looks so good, and they're going to landscape.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And now the
does.
new
Yeah,
fire
you're
department,
right.
and it
Yeah.
is beautiful and big.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's the whole thing.
And they
Throughout the
needed the
city, we're
room.
doing all the right decisions, because when you
I
have a
agree.
very pretty area,
Mm-hmm.
it's very you have to pay a lot of attention to not destroying what's always been here. It's very
Absolutely.
important
Too.
because that's your culture.
These
You know?
structures are still
Exactly.
so good, and,
Yeah.
and they're just they're beautiful, and they're kind of like the landmarks of the town.
Yeah.
And you don't want them to go away. You want to make
Exactly.
them better, bring them back.
Right.
Exactly.
Enhance them.
So it's
Yeah, because you
I'm
have
proud of
you
it.
have a facility. I think they spent about $1.5 million for to do and renovate and everything. But that's a $6.5 million building.
Exactly.
So that's
So it's
that's
great.
good
Now-
planning
It
and
works
good
out
work.
good for everybody.
Yeah.
I think.
and we
And,
are going to
Yeah.
get back to talking about all this, but we better do the trivia right now,
Ooh.
Allie.
Trivia. What is that?
Because Allie has to leave for a few minutes and come back, and she's got the trivia questions.
The secret.
And they're murder mysteries, so
Direct-
we're going to
Oh,
flop
okay.
big time. But
I know everything,
Hey, we'll give it
Allie.
a try.
I can do it.
I know everything.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a murder mystery, and then you have to tell me how it happened.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Okay, so you got to figure it out.
Brandon
I
is
can't wait
here.
to hear
You
what
can't
Cliff
see him, but
says.
Brandon from the top
Brandon
of
knows
the
everything.
here. He's going to be our lifeline. If you know it, you tell it.
You're our phone a friend.
That's right.
A woman shoots her husband, then holds him underwater for 5 minutes. A little while later, they both go out and enjoy a wonderful dinner together. How can this be?
Wait, okay. Now she shot him,
And held him
held
underwater.
him underwater for 5 minutes. He should be dead as a
And they
doornail.
went out to dinner.
How'd they go out?
You tell me how they went out to dinner.
Did
I
she
don't
take
know.
his dead?
The dead body.
Yeah, did she take the dead body with him and say, "Hey, let's
No,
have
evidently
some
he's
dinner,
still
huh?"
alive, or they wouldn't have went out for dinner.
He survived.
He
Yeah.
survived it.
Yeah. She shot her husband with a camera and then developed the photo.
Wow, that was a
Hold him
trick.
up.
Ah,
I get it
okay.
now.
Now our brains are
I
shifting
wasn't
together.
thinking like that,
Bring
Allie.
it on.
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right.
A man was found dead with a cassette recorder in one hand and a gun in the other. When the police came in, they immediately pressed the play button on the cassette. He said, "I have nothing else to live for. I can't go on." And then there was a sound of a gunshot. After listening to the cassette tape, the police knew that it was not a suicide, but a homicide. How?
Wow, now this one's kind of different. This is a serious question.
This is where you put that 4th grade education to work.
I'm about to push you through down them steps.
I
I'll
don't.
give you a hint. The key is the cassette tape. Think about how they work.
He pushed the
Push
cassette,
play.
Like,
And it played the message.
so it had to be after. He recorded it, so it couldn't have been him.
Oh yeah, so he definitely didn't commit suicide then.
Right, because
Right.
if you forget it,
He left a message and you
Yeah.
clicked
That's
button.
right.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
we
these
are
are
failing miserably.
these are tough.
I got part of that.
Well,
No, you didn't.
Cliff, you didn't even get like
You
a
didn't
teeny,
get
even,
close.
not even a tiny.
I heard
percentage of
it. How's that? I heard part of it.
I heard it too.
You didn't get close.
A detective who was mere days away from cracking an international oil smuggling ring has suddenly gone missing. While
wonder why.
inspecting his last known location, the officers found a note. Currently, there are 3 suspects: Bill, John, and Todd. Can you break the detective's code and find the criminals' names?
I'm gonna say no. We definitely need a clue for this.
You know,
one.
I know the answer, but I don't want to look like I'm smart.
I'm
Do
sure.
it.
I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure that's what it is.
The key is if you flip the names around
Yeah.
and rearrange the letters, it respells Bill as boss. He sells the oil.
Ooh.
I'd have
I would
never
never have
thought of
gotten
that.
Brandon, you wouldn't
This
either.
sounds like an IQ quiz I took.
Well, I wish you'd throw in an easy
That
one
reminds me
out.
of like our ACT test that we took. back
Yeah. It's making my head
terrible.
hurt.
ACT.
Alright. A man is found murdered on a Sunday morning. His wife calls the police, who questions the wife and the staff, and they give the following alibis. The wife
Okay.
says she was sleeping, the butler was cleaning the closet, the gardener was picking the vegetables, the maid was getting the mail, and the cook was preparing breakfast. Immediately, the police arrest the murderer. Who was it?
The butler did it. It's always the butler. That's what they always say.
I
How
would
is-
say the
how are we
cook was
supposed to
cooking
know
breakfast. He was
that?
there early, so he probably did.
The cook could have poisoned them. Not the
The
cook,
one who
huh?
was asleep.
What'd you listen to me for?
It's the maid. Yes.
Why is it the maid?
Oh, dang.
Because it's always the maid. It's either the butler or the maid. Ain't
Well,
you
yeah, I
watched-
mean, I'm not gonna lie.
You played
it was
that
a
game,
complete
Clue. It's one of
guess.
them.
That's what
Alright.
this is like. Is Clue.
Yeah.
Now, why was it the maid? I don't know.
Because she said she was going to go get the mail, but he was killed on a
On a
Sunday.
Sunday,
morning,
so
and
there was
there's
no mail.
on
Dang
Sunday.
it!
Why didn't you catch that, Billy?
But he could have been going to get the.
Well, I
she could
did
have been going to
guess
get the
it,
mail
at
from
least.
Saturday.
Yeah.
That's right.
Where's she getting the
Still
mail
mail
at,
in the
though? She
box.
could have went and got the mail. Exactly
I'm
right.
gonna have to.
From
So,
Saturday.
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
brush up on our murder
Ooh, this
mystery
is-
That's
skills.
a lot of
All
fill
right,
in the
I couldn't be a
blanks.
detective.
One more.
Oh my goodness, we've done so good on the first 4.
Oh, haven't we though?
Yeah.
I tell you.
A murderer is...
There's that hippie
What?
man, by the way.
Y'all probably hear.
I know your dad.
Peace, man. Peace.
Did you know him?
No, I'm just saying if he's
Oh.
Jesus,
No, they
I know
can't
his
hear on the
dad.
speaker.
Get it?
Okay, we're
Where are
ready.
we?
A murderer is condemned to death. He has to choose between 3 rooms.
He's condemned to death.
He's got to die.
Okay.
Okay.
The first is full of raging fires. The second is assassins with loaded guns. And the third are lions who haven't eaten in years.
There
Which
is
room
no
the
good choice.
safest?
It's the last
Which
one. Because
room's
if
the
the lions are
safest?
full of, they're all dead. So you go to the ones with the lions because they
the
haven't eaten in
lions are
years.
all dead of starvation. They haven't eaten in years.
Cliff finally gives a smart answer. Yes.
I saved it.
I will give
I
you a
saved
spot.
it.
You did.
Yeah.
You saved the day,
That's
man.
right, bro. Yeah.
That was terrible.
That's worth a
At
milkshake.
least we got one right.
Yeah.
Never ask our help to
Well,
solve
we
a
will
murder.
definitely brush up on our murder mystery.
When you do it
skills.
again next time, I'll stay out. So we'll see how good they do
So
on
we
their
don't
own.
make us.
Oh, we'll do good.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
do good. All right. Well, now we were talking about the
Fire
new fire
station.
department. A lot of people excited about that, folks. It's going to take, like, there's going to be a grand opening on April the 21st, and looks like
I think it's
a $10 meal, and all the proceeds, go to the new fire department.
yeah.
They're
they
going to
gotta do
have
some
chicken
interior.
and dumplings,
Yep.
and it's $10 per plate.
Ooh, yeah.
And it says all proceeds will be used to construct meeting areas and offices inside the new station.
Yeah. So come
that's
down and
good.
support your local
good.
fire department. That, remember, is volunteer.
That's right.
They're out there serving you out of love of their city and county. So go out
And
there
it's
and
looking
support them.
like,
It's a beautiful building structure.
Did you know about this? Cary partnership with Dayton could mean better water source for the plateau.
No.
Well, that sounds interesting too. The cities of Pikeville and Dayton are finalizing plans for a water project to increase capacity and meet the needs of not only Pikeville, but potential customers from the Bledsoe County Correctional Complex, which is the prison, Fall Creek Falls Utility District,
Yeah.
and Fall Creek
heard
Falls
about
State
that.
Park. So that's great. That's great.
Have you ever gotten a phone call from a number that looks suspiciously like your own? It has your area code, the first 3 digits are the same as your own number, so you answer it.
Hi, this is Jessica. You've just won a free vacation to the Bahamas.
Don't worry, you're not the only one getting these calls. Tens of thousands of Americans report that they receive these every day from similar numbers. So what are they? They're a specific type of robocall. Typical robocalls are pre-recorded messages, usually for political campaigns, public announcements, and yes, telemarketing. Your run-of-the-mill robocall will be from a randomized number, but now, telemarketers are using a technique called neighbor spoofing. That's what makes the number look similar to yours. The idea is that, well, if the first few numbers look like your own phone number, you'll answer. You may think it's from a relative, an old friend from your hometown, your kid's school, or a neighbor. And robocalling is a lucrative business. Some pretend they're the IRS. Some pretend it's a down payment for a vacation giveaway. In fact, a robocall center uncovered in India in 2016 was found to be generating around $150,000 every day from American consumers. It's estimated that people received around 2.5 billion robocalls per month in 2016. So, are these robocalls illegal? Well, robocalls made by computerized autodialers, they're illegal. They call randomly inputted phone numbers at high speeds. But not all robocalls are illegal. Back in 1991, when telemarketing calls were becoming more prevalent, the Federal Communications Commission created the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. It's been amended many times with the evolving technology of phones, and currently it differentiates legal robocalls from illegal ones. Here's a list of rules that businesses that want to make robocalls need to follow. But the act still hasn't prevented illegal robocalls from happening. In an August 2017 press release, the Federal Trade Commission said that robocalls are its #1 complaint, with more than 1.9 million complaints made within the first 5 months of 2017. The FTC is sending all complaints and attached phone numbers to cell phone carriers and app developers to create better countermeasures. But what are some things you can do to stop robocalls? To start, keep your number to yourself. Don't offer your number if signups or registrations for business services don't require you to. Second, sign up for the National Do Not Call Registry. This registry, set up by the FTC in 2003, won't block all robocalls, but it will block a majority of them. And registration is free. Finally, if you end up getting a robocall, let it go to voicemail. The TCPA states legal robocalls must provide a toll-free callback number to opt out, which you can call immediately after. If the call doesn't leave a voicemail, it may be an illegal robocall, so file a complaint with the FTC on their website. And if you're still getting harassed by what looks like your own number, there are several apps that you can use to block calls, such as No Mo Robo or Calls Blacklist.
Should be good.
We're live. Okay, we're back, Allie.
Let's see. All right, we are back to the Albert and Billy Show. Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show, I should say.
I'm Albert.
I'm Billy, and this is the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, the wannabe Albert.
Out your hero.
Now, this
Papa.
section is the more intellectual section.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
keep
so
telling
y'all
yourself
bear
that.
down because we're going to talk.
Yeah,
some
you're gonna learn
important
so
stuff.
much
You
in this
are.
show.
Yep.
What's the groundbreaking?
Yeah,
What's
now
thing?
this is from the Bledsoean as well. I've heard a little bit about this, but I didn't know if it was set in stone yet or not, guys. So here we go. Groundbreaking held for addition to the Bledsoe County Detention Center, which of course is the Bledsoe County Jail. Sheriff Jimmy Morris, alongside Mayor Greg Ridley and others, broke ground on a 52-bed expansion to the Bledsoe County Detention Center here in Pikeville. This happened on Monday, April the 2nd. Once the Tennessee Fire Marshal's office gives approval, it says construction is going to be expected to begin around May. That's good. That's not far away.
That's
And
good.
that's according to Pat English of Lashley Rich and Company Construction Managers. He added the addition will take around 9 months to complete. And the current facility, which opened in 2011, that's when I worked there. I was there for that. Incorporated designed by TWH Architects of Chattanooga, which allowed for easier expansion for times like now. So they already house, I believe, right at 100. So this is good for our county.
Yeah.
That'll be 152 inmates.
A lot of beds.
It is, and they get paid for it. You know, if they're state inmates, the jail gets paid.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So
if you want to volunteer,
try to get as many of them as they can.
So you could apply to be an inmate.
Yeah, feel free to apply to be an inmate. I'm sure we'll have so many people sign up for that.
Nice one, Cliff.
Well, it is the intellectual part of the show. I just thought I'd take it to the next level. I mean, there you go. You could serve your community and get free meals at the same time.
Yeah.
Let's don't do that. Where do we find you at anyway?
I don't know.
Oh, here's more about it.
Circles out there.
From the Bledsoe, and here's more about it. It will separate the trustees from the main jail population, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing.
Yeah.
Sheriff Jimmy Morris says it's a good thing for the county revenue as well. It should bring in about $600,000 a year on top of the $1 million plus dollars the current portion already brings in.
That's tremendous.
So that's
we need more money in the county.
really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think Allie might be back finally.
Allie's back.
She's just chilling out back there.
And early voting has started.
Yep.
Yes, that got underway.
I got my vote yesterday.
Did you vote?
Yes.
I think you can early vote
You did.
you can early vote right through the month of April, and then of course May is the
What day is
actual
May?
primary, but I can't remember what exact day.
What day is it, Brandon?
I'm not sure
you know
either.
everything.
This is the 12th.
It's the 12th.
Yeah, it's a good answer there, Brandon.
It's Thursday, April 12th.
Yeah, but we that's early voting. See if it says the actual primary date on there, buddy. I want to say like May the 3rd.
Something like that. I know
Oh, it's over pretty early in May
Yeah.
then. So it's counting
Yeah,
down
it's
now.
early May when the
So
primary.
no matter who you support,
Go vote.
go vote.
there's a lot of people that fought and died for our right to vote. So go vote.
That's
Do
right.
your patriotic duty. Go vote.
You know, I cannot stand it when I hear somebody complain that
I
I
can't-
know for a
Right.
fact did not even vote.
yeah,
you
and they
don't vote,
complain
you
like, I
shouldn't
can't
complain.
believe they got voted in. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, why didn't you go vote?
Why
Right.
didn't you go vote?
And
That'll
that-
My vote
make a
don't
difference.
count.
It really does count. I
It
mean,
does
yes,
count.
If
Absolutely.
you think about how many people's elections in the past have been just down to the wire or just a few votes, it does make a difference. Every vote does count.
Well, my
That's
thought
right.
is taking it back further, and I know this is maybe not a great way to say it, but if you're a soldier of an American and you're overseas fighting for our way of life, and you've seen yourself, your buddies get hurt or killed,
That's right.
you want to know, like, there's a reason why I'm out here doing this.
That's
You can at
exactly
least go
right.
vote. You know,
I think that's
you
the
you
least
can like
we
or
can
not like
do.
whoever you don't want to. That's the way God let us do it. But
That's true.
you go vote.
But go exercise your freedom
Exactly
to
right.
vote. Take advantage of that.
Yep.
That's what we're supposed to do.
And for a listener
Can't
to vote
complain
for,
if you
call
don't.
Terry at.
Exactly.
Now here is some news about this is a bad story here.
yeah.
A father has been charged with son's homicide. This is also out of the Bledsoe. A joint investigation by the TBI and the Dixon County Sheriff's Office has resulted in the arrest of the father of Joe Clyde Daniels, the 5-year-old who has been the subject of an endangered child alert this past week. He was reported missing by his parents the morning of April the 4th. At the request of the Dixon County Sheriff's Office, the TBI issued an endangered child alert, and law enforcement agencies, search and rescue organizations, and citizen volunteers, they began an exhaustive search in the area of his residence. On April the 6th, at the request of the 23rd District Attorney General Ray Crouch, TBI agents opened an investigation into criminal conduct. During the course of the investigation, after a 3-day search, guys, it was determined that the child's father, Joseph Daniels, intentionally killed his son sometime during the night of April 3rd and 4th. In I guess their meeting could have been the early hours of that Monday morning. He killed his son in their residence and then hid his son's body. That is terrible.
We had this on the news. for a few
Yes.
days, and all these, their community came together and was looking for this little boy, and he also had autism. So
That's right.
He
That's
was autistic,
right.
and so they thought maybe
The dad lost his cool with him.
Yeah, and then come to find out the dad was responsible. So it's a sad, sad story.
Yeah, the dad knew the whole time, and here he
And
is
they let him
pleading
for
with
3
people.
days
Yeah,
to search.
Well, there's a special place for the little boy, and there's a special place for
Yeah,
daddy.
absolutely.
you dang right. And he's in the Dixon County Slammer right now, where he belongs, and he's got a $1 million bond, so he's not going
He's not
anywhere.
going anywhere.
Well,
And he doesn't deserve to.
No.
Nope.
If
have
anybody had
no
$1 million,
use for
he
people.
wants to get him out of
Who
there.
would want to?
Nah.
Yeah, who would want to get some sorry son of a gun out like that?
No, that's so sad.
That's very sad. I can't stand to hear stories like that, guys. On a lighter note, the softball season. So here's some sports for you. The softball season is underway for the Bledsoe County High School Lady Warriors. On April 2nd, the softball team brought home a win against Grundy County. It was a back and forth affair early in the game with the Lady Warriors clinging to a 1-run lead. Center fielder Jessica Campbell fielded a base hit, ground ball up the middle, and threw the ball to catcher Maddie Dodson to get the runner attempting to score from second to home, and that saved the day. So congratulations to the Lady Warriors. Now their celebration was short-lived when the next day they had to face Cumberland County, losing 3-0.
But on a happy note, our baseball team, high school baseball team, did have a win over Cumberland County.
Oh, that's
and
really
that was
good.
On Tuesday night
Really?
at Cumberland County, they beat them.
Now that's a big win.
Pretty big.
That's
too,
a big
so.
win.
Yeah, little town versus the big
Now
town.
is Halen playing baseball?
No, he doesn't play baseball. But now my niece Briley is getting married
Yes.
in June
Yes.
to Gage Frady, and Gage is coach. baseball.
Okay.
That's
right. Dustin doesn't do it no more. It's Gage now.
So we're keeping up with baseball pretty good.
Well, congratulations to the baseball team.
Yeah.
That's a big
You know a lot
win.
about sports.
Not really.
I'm very proud of you.
Not so much. I do know back on, when the the basketball, was it the
Oh, when I
Final
first
Four?
saying, March Madness.
March Madness.
March Madness.
Yes.
I know I watched the guys, didn't watch the women, but what's the team that had the
None.
nun?
That's
Oh,
the team
yeah.
that upset Tennessee.
Yeah, by 2 here at Plant
Loyola of
Rook.
Chicago.
Yeah, that
beat
was-
Tennessee by 1 point.
I watched
Yeah.
them, and I was hoping they would win.
So Tennessee could have went to the Final Four. Had they won that
Yes.
game, maybe.
Yeah.
But I tell you what,
Maybe.
the Tennessee men, though, had a great year. They were picked.
Yeah.
The Southeastern Conference, I think like 14 teams. I can't think of the amount right now.
They got some good
picked-
teams there,
Tennessee was picked second to last, just in their conference.
Right.
And here they are
And
making
that has to
NCAA
be
tournament.
discourring. I mean,
Of
come
course.
on, that has to hurt.
When you get ranked.
When you
And
get ranked and
I
it's the
think
rest
maybe
of the
it
bottom.
I
just
feel the same thing at
motivated
every
them.
Rook tournament.
Yeah.
I'm ranked
That's
down
how
at the
you
bottom.
get Rick.
I think it motivated them though, and they have a good coach, unlike the Lady Vols. I'm sorry, but Holly Warlick cannot coach her way out of a paper bag. And they got beat
Come
the
on.
second
Tell us how you
round.
feel, brother.
Yeah.
I will on that one. I don't know why they keep that idiot in.
Now,
that
let's
position.
not go idiot. Maybe
She's
she's
an
just
idiot.
unprepared for
Idiot.
her job.
She's an idiot. She's a moron. She can't coach.
Well, I
She
think
needs
he
to-
has some strong feelings on this subject.
Tell us what you really feel.
And
really feel about
it's
Wow.
weird. Like the guys are heading in the right direction. The women, the Lady Vols, Tennessee Lady Vols is the winningest program in women's basketball history.
Yeah, well, that's a lot to live up
So
to.
it is. Yeah, but she's had 6 years. She's
But you
failed
know-
miserably.
She's lived up to something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By
But
that
you know
time.
what's
she's
what's
breaking
bad?
records, but it's all the wrong kind.
Yeah.
Well, just like going back to that March Madness thing, they were talking about the brackets. People, you pick your winners and see.
Oh man,
Like they
yeah.
were totally wrong. Like almost
You couldn't get
everybody.
in.
Oh, they
No.
said the
wrong.
first day every bracket in America
Was
for the men when
ruined.
one
I'm
team
sure.
But
set the number one.
That's just it. When they
It's
rank,
fun to watch that.
right,
isn't
and
it?
when they rank these teams, the one that's at the very bottom,
Yeah.
you don't ever know in a ball game.
No.
I mean, how many times
No.
have teams went in and thought this is a piece of cake and we're going
Right.
to beat this team, and they end up getting
Overconfident.
just stomped.
Yeah,
in
it
the
doesn't matter if they
ground.
beat
Exactly
themselves or
You
not
never
sometimes.
until a game is over.
That's
how
right.
it's going to go. So
And all the teams in that tournament, if you're good enough to make it, yes.
You're good. You can.
Any
anybody
team,
can
if a
win.
team is in that tournament,
Absolutely.
I
They have
played in one
potential
game
to
like
win.
that, and we were 42-point favorites, and we lost.
See, there you go.
That's
and it
funny.
was Cliff's fault.
Yeah. Everything we did, we kept dropping. You catch the ball and drop it, and you're like looking at everybody.
I bet it
looking
was
at
you that
yourself.
dropped it.
No, I didn't. I was the only one
He
that
was
did
the one
anything.
standing on the sideline.
yeah.
I was the only stellar player.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. No. You know what happened to me? I took a handoff, and that's about the last thing I remember.
And you
I
got
woke up like
knocked
20
out.
seconds later. I
No
got knocked out
way.
right there. I supposedly I held on to the ball, but
Supposedly.
yeah, that's what
Had to peel it from your hands.
I tried soccer once. That was even worse.
Oh.
I tried soccer. I played about 5 minutes, and somebody hit me square in the nose. So everything's coming out for 20 minutes. Get over there. Coach said, "Don't worry, just get some ice on it, like that, like that."
Yeah,
Put me
you'll be
back.
all right,
Yeah,
boy.
you'll be all right.
Get up.
Boy. You'll be all right. You ain't that pretty. So anyway, I go out. I'm talking about 5 minutes later. I got kicked square in the nose,
Again?
and I'm going. That's the end of my soccer. I'm going back to track where the sissies stay.
Yeah.
Woo! See,
Well,
I got him on that.
You're done with soccer.
And
ain't
now
you?
I pissed off everybody about.
I coached
Track.
soccer, guys.
I did
They brought soccer here like in 2004, I believe.
Yeah.
The first 2 years I coached. Okay, soccer's
What
not,
was the record?
Soccer's not big here. Let's
was
put
your
it that
record?
way.
Since you
Definitely
just-
wasn't then.
I never.
So what was your record? Because you were beating up the poor Tennessee coach. What was
Well,
your
we
record
actually
soccer?
done good. None of the
Okay.
coaches. I'll be honest. None of us knew what we were doing. They had to have a training session with the coaches. Nobody knew how to play soccer.
Well,
So I
pretty
did
good.
the first 2 years, but now it's they still do it.
the
That was
extent of
13 years ago.
My sports knowledge these days is t-ball
Yeah, you do have a t-ball expert.
because I have a
Because of
t-baller.
age.
Now I understand your son is quite fast.
He is fast as lightning.
Yeah,
He
Well,
loves
that's
to
good.
ride. He doesn't
Yeah.
get that from his mother.
yeah.
So
Does he push the other kids down if they get in his way?
he does
I
not
hope
like
so. That'd
Yeah.
be funny.
He says the other kids get the ball. And I said, well,
Yeah.
you got to get in there and get it. And he said, I'm going to tell him to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Yeah, I'm on.
Get
Let
out
me
of the
get
way.
that
Let me
ball.
get the ball.
I just think you teach them to be aggressive, push them down out of the
Yeah,
way.
That's
pretty much.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
then
right.
his kindergarten teacher next year will be calling me. Come get him.
Where he pushed the two little
Where he
girls
pushed-
down,
That's
yeah,
right.
because he wanted to get on the slide. Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, that'll teach them. They got to move a little faster.
Well, in NBA news, the last of the sports that I can think of, I'm obviously a Boston Celtic fan, and they're having a good
Really?
You
season.
are?
Oh, I'm a
Wow.
huge Celtic fan.
So you must still be crying about
Yes.
Lynn Dawson. Remember him?
Oh man, that was.
They would have
yeah.
probably been a dynasty
They
with that
would've
guy.
been.
They had all the other pieces, and then he
Yeah, they
OD'd
already
on
were.
drugs.
They already were a dynasty.
Were
He
you
would
ever,
have continued that so
Exactly.
many years.
what about Michael Jordan? Was you ever a Michael Jordan fan?
Was as far as
I bought his
obviously
shoes,
I
What's the guy
appreciated
from
his talent,
Cleveland?
but see, I was a Larry.
LeBron James.
You
I was a
like
Larry
LeBron?
Bird fan,
Ah, okay.
so that's
So
why I
that's
like
why
the
you're a
Celtics.
I like the Larry. We done?
thought you said
Oh, she's telling
No,
us.
she's telling us to wrap
Wrap it up.
sports.
Oh, wrap it
it.
all up.
But anyway,
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
uh,
Or to be some kind of song.
We need a theme song.
Maybe there is.
Yes.
Let me call Toby while y'all talking.
yeah, I know it.
So,
Anything
So
else?
that's it
Anything
for
good?
sports of all sorts. But just want to make sure we got everything to you guys. I do want to remind you that Opry on the Mountain, this is the third year that they've done that out there at Walden's Ridge Community Center. And that is getting underway this month. And the shows will be the 13th, 14th, 20th, and 21st. And if you want any information on this, folks, you can call Brenda at 619-3045, or you can call her at 447-2756. That's a good event. Like I said, this is the third year in a row that they've done this, and
like a
it's
hee-haw
good to
show,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, they say it's a really good show.
Farm City Breakfast got an event. Chamber
Tell
of
us
Commerce.
about that real quick.
Well, it's
Please.
Tuesday, April 24th.
You're telling me 5 minutes earlier than I thought, Alex.
Yeah.
He's
really-
got us out of whack
I would
here.
blame it all on Allie.
I will.
April 24th, 2018, 7 a.m. to 8:30. So before you go to work, if some of you work, go there and support Farm City Breakfast. It's brought to you by the Chamber of Commerce.
I like how you
Yum.
worded that. If some of you work,
Yeah.
you know. Those of you that don't, I just don't know what to tell you.
For reservation information, you may call Jerry Nelson, Vice Chairman, at 423-280-3171, or you can email him at jerrysnelson1@yahoo.com.
And nobody wrote that down.
That's a tough one to say.
okay.
Yeah.
And there is a website page, www.pottlebledsoe.com.
Okay.
Pottlebledsoe.com.
Yep.
And I had some information on this place, Cumberland Trails. Do you see that anywhere, Brandon? Before we go, I want to tell you guys about this too. It's a place that
physical,
most of us don't know about.
You don't have to
Head
do
of the valley?
Yes.
Oh, it's
You know what I'm
beautiful.
talking
But
about?
you don't do anything physical, do you?
This is no.
Lay in a hammock and people bring you
This.
food.
Thank you,
It's
Brandon.
wonderful. It's
Now,
beautiful place.
I've never even been to it. It's like Bledsoe's best kept secret.
It is, for real.
And now they're finally wanting to promote this place.
Ah.
And so on April 21st, the Cumberland Trail State Scenic Trail, which is a group, they're going to be hosting an event at the head of Sequatchie location, which is here in Bledsoe
Where
County.
it all begins.
It's crazy. I want to go check it out. Miss Elizabeth Robinette is going to be the guest speaker. She will speak at 11 a.m. regarding history of the Sequatchie Valley and share personal stories of how this area has changed throughout the years. A Bledsoe County educator for over 40 years and cherished local historian, the Cumberland Trail is honored to have Miss Robinette as this month's featured speaker. The Cumberland Trail wishes to invite everyone to share this special day with Miss Robinette and to learn more about the history of the head of Sequatchie area. And so
It's awesome.
I'm looking forward to
It
this.
is beautiful.
And
If
I
you've never
believe
seen
it's
it,
going to be
make sure you
filmed.
go.
I'm almost certain this is going to be filmed for Channel 18 Valley TV. So, you know, if you don't make it, we'll all get to see the place. I want to go see it. I
You
can't
need
think
to
of
go.
where
Everybody
it is.
needs to go. It's where the is it the I guess it's the Sequatchie River
Okay.
starts. I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Yeah.
And it is beautiful. Like
So
it is
like what?
unbelievably
Is it
beautiful.
up in 9 Mile area?
Yeah, it's up in that area, and it's just gorgeous. So everybody.
That's
needs
what
to
they
see
said.
That.
I'm
It is
glad this
beautiful.
group is trying to promote this place because I'm
good.
sure I'm not the only one that's
Yeah, I've
never
never been
really
there.
heard of this.
No.
It's
And,
amazing what is in this county
that we don't know
that
about.
you don't know about. I mean, we drive
know.
like Cades Cove and all these places to see all this beauty, and it is
You're right.
right here.
And
right
we
here
have
in the
all that beauty right here, here in Bledsoe County. The whole
Yes.
Sequatchie Valley is
And that's
a
a
beautiful
prime
place.
example right there. That place.
75-mile
We take
stretch
it-
of valley.
We take it for
gorgeous.
granted. That's
Yeah.
another thing that we take for
Ain't
granted.
nothing but
Absolutely.
pretty.
But so anyway, you can watch that event though if you don't make it. You can watch that here on Channel 18 Valley TV. So looking forward to that.
Good one.
And I want to thank you guys for
No problem.
co-hosting with me today
You
on
did a
the
good
Albert
Albert.
and Billy show.
you
She did a good
much.
Albert.
You guys did a good job filling
Yeah.
in.
I wish
And,
y'all take it a little more serious.
Oh, I
Other
know
than
it's
that,
us.
been pretty good.
I know Cliff's so serious and
Yes.
all, you know.
Yeah. Well,
So-
we got a little
so
more for
full of
intellectual
knowledge.
property. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
yes. Ask my wife. I know everything.
And we'll have Cliff maybe in a month or two give us an update. For those of you who don't know, now that the fire department is in its new location,
Yep.
Cliff is the owner of the old fire department, and he is going to be turning that into maybe a couple different
things. Yep. Yep.
And we're actually really excited
Yeah.
about that.
It's going to bring a lot more fun downtown.
Yeah.
a lot
I'm
more
looking
people off
forward
the
to
highway.
seeing that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd
Maybe
be really
some
good.
putt-putt golf.
So yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Well-
that would be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
For all the guys, I'm thinking about maybe getting Hooters in.
Oh no. no.
Hey, I'm all for that. Hey,
I think we got to
come
slow
on.
step that one for a little bit out there. But
Oh,
no,
if
but
you need support for that, buddy, you got it right here.
It's on his way out the door.
I'm gonna get run out of county now. But no, we'll have a lot of fun over there. There'll be cool things to help bring people in town.
Yes.
Hopefully, when they come in, they'll eat at some of the local restaurants and also buy gas.
That's right.
So it's the whole
That's
thing.
right.
Helps us, helps community, helps everybody. That's what we're in for it for.
Cool.
You got to love your city and do what you can for it. So that's,
That's
what we're there
right.
for.
And we're trying really hard to make things happen here, and we need your support.
Yep.
You know, all the viewers out there, come to these events that are happening
Yep.
each weekend. There really is something going on
Just like
every
the
weekend.
farmer's market.
Exactly.
Saturday
Yeah.
morning.
That's every Saturday now, folks.
Yeah.
The farmers market right across the street from us here.
Yeah,
Yep.
come to some of the shows at Nickel Road. Just come and support.
Yes.
Visit your local businesses in town.
That's right.
You know, shop at
Shop
one grocery
local.
store and shop at another one, and then
That's
go to that gas
exactly
station
right.
and go to that one, and
That's exactly
and
right.
take care of
Shop
everybody here
local.
because everybody has an investment, and
You're
you're
right,
going to
Cliff.
want them to be here. So just a little support would help them along.
Don't drive all the way. Don't drive an hour away to get the same thing that you can get here. Now, I can understand if it's something you can't get here.
Exactly.
But I know people that'll drive to Chattanooga, Crossville, Cookville to get something they could get right here in town.
That's
so,
right.
you know, think about things
You may
like
pay a
that,
little more, but you're
guys.
saving your gas money too.
You are.
Yeah.
That's exactly
And
right.
you're
helping out your hometown.
Exactly.
Which that's what's important there.
That's it.
All right. Well, thanks for watching today on the Albert and Billy Show, and be sure to tune in next week. Same time, same place, and Papa will be back next week. So once again, I want to thank Cliff and Carrie for filling in today.
Had a good time. Bye,
All right,
Allie.
so long,
Bye,
folks.
Brandon.
Bye.